What's going on, Bulls? We got some important news to dive in today. Some big updates, most of it revolving around Ethereum. The EIP is being pushed back to August. Goldman Sachs thinks Ether could overtake Bitcoin as store of value. And finally, people are getting Bitcoin cashback rewards. Some big things to dive into here. Vitalik, having a good time. Party, party, party. What's that dance called? The floss. That's right, the floss. EIP 1559, scheduled now for August. Originally scheduled for July 14th. So now it's likely to ship, they say, on August 4th. It's one of Ethereum's most anticipated updates to date. Will introduce a gas fee burn on every transaction, making fees easier to predict and increasing ETH's scarcity. This is a big one. We're going to dive into that. And it's due to ship as part of the blockchain's London hard fork. We'll dive into that also. So the launch date is not set in stone yet because it depends if anyone objects to the proposed block in the next 24 hours, says Tim Byko. This was initially expected to land around July 14th. It's currently going through launches on Ethereum's various testnets. So it is kind of in beta. It is being tested. It is being checked for bugs. It is being all of that stuff. Now, 1559 will introduce a gas fee burn on every transaction on Ethereum. This is big. This is big. Now, the fee burn will act as a buyback that reduces the supply of ETH, in turn adding to the asset's scarcity, lowering the supply, lowering the amount in existence. The burn rate could eventually surpass issuance, making ETH a deflationary asset, meaning the amount of ETH in existence could go down day after day after day. Issuance, meaning that, people are mining, new ETH is coming into existence. So ETH's supply is going up every day, and it has been ever since it launched. But with the burn, they're saying that if the burn rate gets high enough, the burn rate could surpass the issuance, which is the new amount of ETH coming into the system, meaning that the supply of ETH goes down every day, making it more and more scarce, raising its value, hence deflationary, opposite of inflationary. Common misconception, though, about 1559 is that it could reduce gas fees on the network. ETH 2.0 is expected to have more of an impact on gas fees because EIP 1559, it's not necessarily going to reduce the gas fees. It's still going to cost a good amount to pay for transactions. ETH 2.0, from what I understand, is actually a layer 2 solution, meaning it's not, well, we'll dive more into that in a second because the London hard fork includes EIP 1559. Now, the hard fork is actually creating a new chain from the original chain. So you can think of a chain, and then all of a sudden you literally come to a fork where you can go two different roads. The single chain splits in two. That's what a hard fork is. And the London hard fork is the one that's going to continue as the main Ethereum chain. Not because Vitalik says so. Because of everyone in the network, the consensus is that that's going to be the main chain. Just like what happened in 2017 with SegWit, with Bitcoin's hard fork that happened, had to do with the majority of people deciding they're going to stay on the original Bitcoin chain, but the fork was Bitcoin Cash. So about, 6% of people on the Bitcoin network, miners, went towards the Bitcoin Cash way. 94% stayed on the regular Bitcoin. That's what makes it the real Bitcoin chain, is where the majority go. And it's got to be an overwhelming majority. So the layer 2 solution is more of what ETH 2.0 is, which is kind of like, you have the internet, but then you have like Amazon on top of it. You have PayPal on top of it. You have these different things on top of it, and those are layer 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 solutions. Because Ethereum is what it is, but they're going to add layer 2 solutions, which that's what I understand is going to be more on top of Ethereum instead of changing Ethereum. Improving Ethereum, but not changing it. Once London ships, which means when the hard fork happens, Ethereum's next major milestone will be the merge phase of ETH 2.0, which will see the beacon chain docked to Ethereum mainnet as proof of stake goes live. That's another thing to really be aware of, is that ETH is a proof of work currently, just like Bitcoin, which means it takes mining, which means people running computers basically to solve complicated algorithms, to mine the Ethereum out of the blocks. And these transactions also happen in these blocks. But proof of stake is going to go to validators, not miners. Validators will be people that own at least 32 Ethereum. So if you have 32 Ethereum, you could be a validator, and the rewards will go to the validators, but the validators won't have the expenses that the miners have, and so the fees will be a lot lower. Lot lower. So that's, again, 2.0 is expected to launch later this year or early next year. We'll see. I'm very bullish. I really like Ethereum. I just don't know when ETH 2.0 is actually going to launch, because it was originally supposed to launch like January 2021, and that's not happening at all. So we'll see. On to the next article. By the way, hit that subscribe button, because my goal here is to bring you the most current crypto news and help you make money in crypto. If you like that stuff, hit the subscribe button. Also, no matter what, just because you're awesome, hit the like button. Supports the channel so much. Ether, we're on CoinDesk here. Now, you got to realize who owns CoinDesk and who owns Cointelegraph, stuff like that, okay? These aren't these completely neutral, just pure information sources. They have motives. Ether could overtake Bitcoin as store of value, Goldman Sachs says. I'm very bullish on Ethereum. I'm also very bullish on Bitcoin. No way is Ethereum going to overtake Bitcoin as store of value. It is not Ether's purpose. It is Bitcoin's purpose. And Bitcoin is the most perfect thing to ever be created as a store of value asset. So right away, and I'm not just saying this from opinion, it's a fact, Jack. It's a fact. Because of what money actually is. Because of what gold/digital gold really is and what it needs to look like. There's nothing else that looks like what a store of value can look like other than Bitcoin. Nothing. Bitcoin is completely decentralized. Bitcoin has no one running it. It's a completely scarce asset that will never change. It fits everything. It is perfect. Ethereum and all these other cryptos, none of them are completely decentralized. Not even close to the extent that Bitcoin is. Now, they are quite decentralized compared to the modern world we live in, but they're not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin is Bitcoin is Bitcoin. If you want to say Ether overall as a market cap can overtake Bitcoin, sure. Yeah, sure. But it's not going to become the store of value. Bitcoin locked for store of value. I'm saying this because I don't necessarily care who wins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, those are by far my main two holdings. Those are the future. I'm just saying because they're different. It's not going to happen. So anyways, Goldman Sachs, let me tell you something. I'm going to pull out some conspiracy here. Tell me if I'm crazy. I believe Goldman Sachs does not care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about anybody other than Goldman Sachs. So why would Goldman Sachs say this? Again, are they saying it because they care about you and they want you to know? Are they saying about it because they care about me and they want me to know? No. They are saying it because they care about Goldman Sachs and they want you to know because it helps Goldman Sachs. Okay? Store of value is something the general public is starting to understand. So when you start talking about Ether can overtake Bitcoin, guess what? Goldman Sachs, CoinDesk, Cointelegraph. I saw so many articles today about how Goldman Sachs says Ether could overtake Bitcoin, or whoever says Ether could overtake Bitcoin. Not true. Not a store of value. Market cap, sure. Store of value, no. They're saying this. I saw it all over the place. It's a planned media launch to put that in your head, to get you to buy more Ethereum. This is an attempt at price pumping. Now, if you want to see it for what it is, if they're trying to pump the price, sure, follow the pump. Fine, make some money. But don't buy into that narrative. Now, let's move on with this article. There are some more important things to look at. Goldman Sachs thinks the native crypto of the Ethereum blockchain has what it takes to unseat Bitcoin as a dominant store of value crypto. The bank believes Ether's use cases currently possess the highest potential, being the most popular development platforms for smart contracts. So, what does being able to do smart contracts have anything to do with store of value? Gold is our current store of value. How much use does gold have? Not much. We don't use gold. We use gold for some things, industrialists, some. But mostly we use it just to store value. That is what 99 point whatever percent of gold is just complete store value. Bitcoin's going to have its use too. And it's going to get better. It's going to have more use than gold does in our current world. But it's going to be store value. Ethereum is going to be the new operation of the internet and our world, basically. Ethereum is huge, but it's not the store value. Nothing else is. It is Bitcoin. Anyways, Goldman Tuesday wrote to clients which, while bullish on Ether, denied crypto's superiority to gold when it came to taking the top spot among safe haven assets. You know why they denied that? Not because they're trying to give you helpful information, because that's what they want to be true. That's what they want to be true. Bitcoin is so superior to gold as a store of value asset. I understand their case. They're saying, listen, we view gold as a defensive inflation on hedge and crypto as a risk-on inflation hedge. Defensive meaning, listen, there's not much volatility. Risk-on meaning there's volatility. That's basically what that means. Yeah, sure. But gold doesn't go up like crypto does. Gold doesn't go up like Bitcoin does or Ethereum does. Nothing in history as an asset has had the rise in value that Bitcoin and crypto have had. Nothing. Bitcoin's average since its inception in 2009, 10? For some reason, it's debatable which years that was. But year over year, if you add up all the gain from where it started, Bitcoin has gone up 200% year over year. Nothing in history has ever gone up that much. It's not even remotely effing close. So the volatility comes with just the massive overall year-over-year gains. Cryptocurrency were not a viable investment for diversified portfolios, is what Goldman Sachs is saying. So what are they really saying here? Ethereum could be the store of value, but it's not a viable investment for diversified portfolios. We don't see it as top spot among safe havens. Then what are you talking about store of value? If it's not in a top spot among safe havens, if it's not a viable investment for diversified portfolios, you're speaking out of both sides of your mouth. So you can't call something a store of value asset, but then say it's not a store of value asset. They're just trying to confuse you. They're trying to get you to buy ETH, which is fine. Buy ETH. I agree. Not financial advice from me, my opinion, but buy ETH and buy Bitcoin. But don't believe this. Don't sit there and think Ethereum's going to be the store of value. They're just trying to pump up Bitcoin for their own benefit. And that's fine. Pump it up. Fine. But realize what they're saying is just completely to serve them. And they also denied crypto superiority to gold because guess what? And where it came to safe havens, and we have it as a defensive of a risk on and not viable investment for a diversified portfolio, what they're saying is, but we have a lot of money in gold. Don't sell your gold. We want gold to have value too. Yep, gold's value. We're more invested in gold. Gold's valuable. Gold. Because they have a lot of money in gold. That's it. It's that simple. Don't believe this stuff. Just look at the real meaning behind what's being said. Look at the real motives. That's what I'm saying. And for the last article, cashback is out. Bitcoin is in with the BlockFi credit card. Now, I have a much better alternative that I use than what this BlockFi credit card is offering. We'll get into that in a second. So here's what it is. The BlockFi Bitcoin credit card has launched. So first, you are not issued Bitcoin directly, but rather BlockFi cryptocurrency rewards points. You will earn 1.5 points per $1 spent on the card. If you spend more than $50,000 in a 12-month period, you will earn 2 times points per dollar after that, after $50,000 in a 12-month period. Once the points are deposited and the cardholder account is in good standing, BlockFi will immediately convert the points into Bitcoin. With this card, you are essentially earning 1.5% back in Bitcoin for every dollar spent. Now, that's great. Personally, I would rather have Bitcoin back than anything else because, again, it's the fastest growing asset in history of mankind. So yeah, give me that over cash, because cash is trash. It's paper, or just a number on a screen that represents paper, that is going down in value every single day. I don't want that trash. Give me Bitcoin. It's going up. Over time, it goes up, up, up. New card holders can earn 3.5% back in Bitcoin on all purchases made within the first 3 months. However, it's capped at $100 in Bitcoin. I actually think, this is good because nothing like this exists as a credit card, okay? Now, what's interesting is I use a card, it's a debit card, that earns me more than this. And it's a lot less complicated, and there's no qualifying. You can get the free card, or you can pay a little bit extra money and get the even better card, which gives you even bigger rewards, all in Bitcoin. Which, when you're paying someone back in Bitcoin, you're actually paying, in this case, you're paying them in Satoshis, which a Satoshi is 1/100 millionth of a full Bitcoin, right? Because that's the divisibleness of Bitcoin. So, $1 of Bitcoin is actually, however many Satoshis. Anyways, whatever, $1 in Bitcoin. So that's what you get here too. I'll show you. Here's what I use. I use Fold. I'll put a link for this in the description. Here's what it does. This is a debit card, not a credit card, because when you go back here, you actually have to apply and qualify and all that stuff to get this card, to get a 1.5% Bitcoin back reward, okay? And it sounds like they're delaying, it gets turned into points, and then after a certain amount of time, then they finally give you the Bitcoin. Whereas this Fold, it gives you the Bitcoin immediately. And it's a lot more fun. And you can make a lot more than 1.5% back. As a matter of fact, I've been averaging about 2.5% back, and I get paid immediately. So what's fun is every time I make a purchase with this card, what I do is you spin you spin this wheel, and you get whatever reward comes up. You could get all the way up to an entire Bitcoin. Typically, you're going to get 1% cash back. Sometimes you get 2%. Sometimes you get 10%. Sometimes you get 100% back. And you get a 1 in a million chance. Literally, they give their stats. It's a 1 in a million odds of winning a full Bitcoin on your purchase. But every purchase you make, you get to spin that fun little wheel there. And it gives you Bitcoin cash back. Anywhere from 0.5% to 100% to a full Bitcoin. So like yesterday, I paid my rent. My rent was like $2,600. I got 2%. And you can also win. You can also have extra spins. So if you don't like what you got on your spin, you can respin. So I paid rent yesterday. It was like $2,600, the most costly thing I pay every month. And I paid it with my Fold card, which is what this is. And I spun the wheel. I had a whole bunch of extra spins built up, so I spun the wheel a bunch of times. And I got it several times, but I ended up getting 2% cash back, which was Bitcoin back. So I got back over $50 from paying rent. Every other month I've been paying rent from my checking account for as long as I can remember. And instead I paid it from this card. And now I pay my rent, same cost, but now I get $50-some back in Bitcoin just by paying my rent and paying with this card. I am so much more excited about it. Every purchase I make, I get Bitcoin back. I'm just saying this because I don't know why more people aren't talking about this card, because in my opinion, you do the math, it's way better than this BlockFi card. It's way better than any of these Bitcoin back credit cards are coming out in terms of what you actually earn back in rewards. Because look, BlockFi is capped at 1.5%. If you spend over $50,000, you get 2% back. 2% back. But only on the amount you spend over $50,000. So for the first $50,000, you get 1.5% Bitcoin back. Above that, you get 2%. Well, I'm averaging over 2% with Fold right now on my debit card. I don't even need to qualify for this. So maybe you don't have good credit. Maybe you don't want to apply for a credit card. Maybe you don't want to do all that stuff. I literally transfer my money from my banking account to my Fold account. This is a bank account, basically. This is a bank account. This is, to me, like a DeFi bank account, where my money goes in here. You have a routing number, you have an account number, you have a card number, you have a card, a physical card too, as well as a virtual card, and it's so fun. There's two versions of the card. I have the one where you actually pay an extra $150 a year for, and because you get bigger rewards. And to me, it's way worth it because it's the only card I use. I've had the card for like 2 weeks. I've already made almost $75 in Bitcoin. And every month I'm going to pay my rent, and I'm going to guarantee I'm going to get back at least 2% in Bitcoin. At least 2%. So this thing is awesome. I'll put the link for this in the description. I can't say enough good things about this Fold card. Cannot. Links in the description. But that's what I got for you today. Be careful of the narratives. Be careful of the narratives. Like this. Be careful. What are they really trying to say to you? Remember, they don't care about you. They don't care about us. They don't even care about crypto. They only care about themselves and their money. And that's understandable. But you can't trust these effers. You cannot. If they say something, realize that's because they want you to think what they're telling you. Not because they're just trying to kindly share information with you. They are trying to get you to think the way they want you to think. Now, Ether could overtake Bitcoin as store of value. No, it can't. And either way, I don't really care. It can't. But they want to give you a reason to put Ether above Bitcoin. Because the market cap could absolutely go over Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, in the future, at some point, I expect the Ethereum market cap to go past Bitcoin's market cap. I do, because of its usability. And there's more Ethereum tokens. Granted, there's going to be a burn implemented, so that's going to help with their value too because of the scarcity. But they're not going to overtake Bitcoin as store of value. Store of value is meant to just really just kind of sit there. And Bitcoin, nothing has ever been better made or created as a store of value, as actual hard money, real money. Nothing's going to pass that. But Ether could definitely overall be worth more than Bitcoin, but not a store of value. They're just trying to pump this up. All right. Don't believe them. Buy Ether because they're trying to pump it right now. That's what I see. I see they're trying to pump it. Plus the EIP is coming and people are highly anticipating that. I've been seeing the Ethereum charts. By the way, maybe we should look at that real quick. So today so far, we're on CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin's up almost 2%. Ethereum's up a little over 2%. Tether's 0, as it should be. Binance Coin, 6%. Binance, okay. And Binance under some scrutiny too, by the way. They don't have a home base, and so regulators are coming at them from around the world just to try to regulate them and control them. That's really what it is. Not that Binance is bad. I really like Binance. They're the biggest exchange in the world, and they're doing a lot of great things. But regulators, they don't care about you. They don't care about us. They don't care about they just know that, hey, no one's got control of this. We need to control everything. We need to get this Binance thing. Cardano up a little over 1%. XRP up a little over 1%. Watch out for XRP. It could, it could really kind of be the issuance of like Fedcoin, honestly. Also, I saw some other news today that talked about trying to badmouth and FUD up Tether. It came from sources such as Cointelegraph, CoinDesk, stuff like that are owned by, you have to look at the narrative. Why would people be, because there's nothing else to say here. The investigation happened, and Tether has all the money to back this up. They're not issuing fake Tether. I mean, who's the government to talk? We went off the gold standard in 71. So there hasn't been anything backing our fake money in 50 years. By the way, in August will be the 50-year anniversary of that. So who are they going after, Tether or anybody, to say, hey, you don't have all the actual money to back up what you're saying your coins are worth? But Tether showed that, yes, we do. We have $50 billion backing this up. So Tether is still trying to FUD Tether up because they want USDC coin to overtake Tether. Look at the market cap difference. $2 billion for USDC coin, $50 billion for Tether. Because USDC is more friendly to the government. Seriously. Polkadot up 10%. Wow. Uniswap up almost 3.6. Uniswap busting into the top 10. Passed up Binance USD coin. Look at that. Binance USD coin. Excuse me, volume. I'm sorry. Not market cap, volume. The volume of Tether, 50 to 2. Binance volume. More people are using Binance coin, Binance stable coin, than they are USDC. Isn't that interesting? Where are we? Solana up 12 point, almost 13%. Chainlink, a project I really love. Polygon, another project I really love, up 3%. So there's some good stuff going on today. Overall, green day, we're up 2.11%, up to 1.47 trillion. Check out this fold card. I'm serious. I have had so much fun spinning this wheel, winning Bitcoin after every purchase. It's really a lot of fun, and it pays a lot better than any of these, than the BlockFi card, than the Coinbase one that's coming out, because they're all giving 1.5% Bitcoin cash back, Bitcoin back. This, I get it right away. There's no BS with points and conversion and confirmation. I get to spin a wheel. It's so fun. All right, bulls. Links for other stuff in the description too, if you want to check that out. You know, you can get some free Bitcoin and earn interest on your crypto. Hit that subscribe button. I hope to make you money. A lot of things I share with you today should help you make some crypto, help you make some money. So hit that sub button, hit that like button too. You're fantastic. You're awesome. You're beautiful. HODL, baby. HODL.